Does the right realize how much they project? Literally every time they're accused of something, they accuse us of it back. They get called out for being racist. They go, no, you're racist. We call them fascists because they are fascists. They're like, no, you're fascist, without even knowing what fascism is, or not realizing, or intentionally, in some cases, lying about what fascism is. I mean, it is just so bizarre seeing them twist themselves into pretzels, trying to compare people on the left to people like Adolf Hitler and Mussolini. The fascism is by definition a right-wing thing. You know, it's an extreme, far-right political ideology that uses violence to reach a political end. In all circumstances, it matches up perfectly with the way they function, especially nowadays. And they try to use these weak arguments like, you know, what about BLM? Well, first of all, let me tell you this. BLM started as a movement because of the many killings of unarmed black people, right? So when you see broken windows and people setting fires as a result, because people are angry that people since before Rodney King, just not because of one person, So understand, there's been many people just getting unfairly killed. Sometimes on video, on camera, and cops not facing consequences, and the government not doing anything about it. So how is that not going to make people angry? And then you try to compare that to fascism when that doesn't have to do with anything political. It's not people going out there and attacking a Republican's office, burning it down, breaking the windows and stuff like that. No, this is happening as a result of something in society. Fascism is way different. Please understand that. Use your head and learn how to compare stuff that makes sense. Learn how to compare and contrast. That is not a good analogy. These people are not good at coming up with analogies. They're filled with false equivalencies. They're filled with these logical fallacies. Every time you're in a debate with them, they either have to resort to projection, deflection, changing the topic, whataboutism, because they know they're wrong. They can't argue on the points. Apparently, most of them have like some degree of narcissism, and they have so much pride that they can't admit that they're wrong on one single point, so that they have to resort to these dishonest ways of debating somebody. Who in their right mind thinks that KKK members, white supremacists, who in their right mind thinks nowadays that they vote Democrat? Are we really going to have a discussion about? Are we really going to have an argument about that? Is it not obvious who they would vote for? Come on, man. You know, you call them angry. No, you're the angry ones. We the angry ones? So imagine if you had an enemy or somebody you know. Imagine having that kind of enemy that they'll steal from you. You invite them to the crib, like, cause you think, you know, they're friends. You think you're cool with them. They steal something from you, and then you catch them. You see them, and they go, "Oh, he caught me." And then that person goes to your family members, goes to your mom, be like, "He stole from me." Goes to your brother, tell them, "He stole from me." Goes to everybody you know and tells them you stole from him. That is how this is how Republicans in Congress are functioning now. They are like, this is how sneaky they are. They are actively accusing like people on the left of doing what they are doing. You know, they're getting caught molesting kids. They're accusing people on like Democrats of being pedophiles. Like, what? And it's crazy that nobody like calls this out. Nobody's putting them on blast. Nobody's checking them. Nobody's like debunking them. When their arrest records are public, there are public records showing this Lauren Boebert, she's been arrested. She has been arrested more times than Tupac was arrested. How do we have somebody in Congress that has been arrested multiple times and nobody's talking about that? But people like that get up there on the Senate floor and be like, you guys are criminals, you guys are corrupt. Like, the nerves of you calling people criminals when you're the criminal, when you're the biggest criminal. And this shamelessness, this charlatanism does not get called enough, nearly enough as much as it deserves. These are shameless people, and they need to get exposed. They need to get put on blast. And it's a real shame that they're not getting put on blast the way they need to. When you have somebody saying that Trump is the greatest president that we've ever had in the United States, when you have somebody saying something like that with a straight face, that's when you know, like, you know, I can't really put, you know, one whole group of people in a category because of something one person said. But, you know, to those people that believe that, believe that guy and believe that concept, that guy was the greatest president in United States history, there is something seriously wrong with you. There is something seriously wrong with you. There is something seriously wrong with you. You do not do research. You do not read history. You do not have critical thinking skills. If I keep talking about this is a topic for another video. The travesty of not teaching our children critical thinking skills. This is how we got to this problem in the first place, because people can't differentiate truth from bullshit. And they fall for the stupidest things.